everyone, my name is Nana, aka onigiri.nana, and today I am doing a major Ulta haul. So like any standard person, I went into Ulta looking for one thing and then ultimately was like, let me just buy a shit ton of stuff and make content out of it for business expensive. But in actuality, I got things that I needed, I got things that I'm excited to try, and I also got some skincare thrown into there, so it should be a pretty diverse collection of things. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, I got the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. I personally have never used this formulation before. Apparently it was like really big back in the day. I'm a little late to the party, but I typically use drugstore brand foundations, so I'm really stoked to try this one. This is in the shade 112, and it's also up to 30-hour wear. Will I ever need 30 hours of makeup like foundation? I don't fucking know, maybe. I want to see and test if it actually is long lasting. It is a pump formula, which I prefer more than any other applicator because I go on the back of my hand, but let's go ahead and see this shade. All right, it came out super separated and nasty. I forgot to shake it. That's my bad. A little goes a long way. It's kind of wet. Like obviously, but you know what I mean, like super like watery almost, but that could have been because I didn't shake it properly, but that's also not a bad thing. I think the shade is pretty good for the most part. For how thin the formulation is, it covers pretty well. So slay my ussy, I guess. I don't know, we'll fucking see, I guess. Next up, I got something super simple and super out of my element, and this is probably the most boring but beautiful palette I'll probably ever own. This is the Morphe 18 Count Matte Essentials palette. The packaging is very much, makes me think of like Skims, like very neutral-esque. It comes with a mirror, which is pretty cool. Like I was not expecting that. I don't like that this doesn't go all the way back, but I get it because it's supposed to be more like durable, I guess, but I'm like, hello. So here are the shades. It's a very cool tone gray, but I feel like this will be a good neutral for my collection, considering that all I brought on my vacation was like rainbow shades, so I needed something more neutral. I personally am excited for this shade, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. I also like Morphe shadows, so I don't. Let's go ahead and swatch. And there is the swatch. It's a very beautiful, cool toned gray shade, which I feel like is difficult to execute because I feel like they're always purpley undertones, but this one is definitely blue. So slay my ussy. I'm also super looking forward to this white shade because as you can tell, like I fucking use white eyeshadow on every aspect of my face, basically. This is my current white eyeshadow I use. She's almost gone, bestie. It's time for an upgrade. This is a completely matte palette, so there are no shimmers, but ultimately I'm obsessed with the shades and I'm really excited to play around. Next up is Juvia's Place Bronze Palette in Light. Now look, I've been looking for a new bronzer for ages, but I do this thing where I use all of my product even if I don't really love them until they're gone because she doesn't waste. But everyone and their mother swears by this bronzer, so I had to give it a try. Here's the packaging. You go ahead and flip it up. These pans are massive, what the fuck? It also comes with a mirror, which is really convenient. And I like that there's two shades, one light and one dark. I am typically heavy-handed, but because of how like inclusive Juvia's Place's shade range is, I wanted to go with light because I didn't want anything that was too overpowering for my complexion. As you can see, I wear a lot of blush, so I really want to like bronze up the face a little bit more. So I think this is a good option for sure. Swatching the lighter shade. It looks like my skin tone. And swatching the bottom shade, a little bit darker. Kind of hard to see. So here is the lighter shade. It is very close to my complexion. And then here is the darker one, which I think is what I will probably use the most. It feels really buttery. Am I immediately like, oh my God, I'm obsessed? No, but we'll have to see when I put it on my face. But ultimately, very excited for this product. This next product is something I'm extremely late to the party, but had to try finally, and that's Benefit's Benetint like cheek and lip stain tint thing. When it comes to lip and cheek tints, I typically don't use it on my cheeks because I wear so much product. Like I feel like if you're a natural clean skin girly, right, it looks really awesome. Not saying it wouldn't on foundation, but for me personally, but I want to definitely try this on the lips. This is like their original tint, which is like this gorgeous deep red shade. I'm actually extremely intimidated. I'm kinda scared. I'm gonna put it on right now because what, fuck it, we ball. It's an extremely watery base. Put it on the inside. It's like super watery, but that's not like a bad thing. It's just like way thinner than I expected. Kind of hard to see on camera. It did leave a slight tint. I already did have a lip tint on though, but it did give like a ruby effect, which I'm kind of fucking with. All right, next. Y'all don't cancel me for this. Don't call me a millennial, okay? But yes, I have repurchased Anastasia Dip Brows. So some of y'all are young, but in 2016, this was the shit, and we all had Sharpie brows. And trust me, I've rocked Sharpie brows my entire life until like now. I got this in the shade Granite, which is basically their darkest black shade. Oh, the nostalgia. Oh, I just want to. Oh, Like, the girls that get it, get it. And here's the swatch. It's so pigmented. It's so dark. It's absolutely stunning. Dip brow is highly dependent on how you apply it. So it doesn't automatically equal Sharpie brows, right? So I'm excited to use this on the tail of my brows to really make that like super feathered dimension look. Next up, this was an impulse buy. I saw the tester and I was like, not impressed until I swatched it, and it is everything I've ever dreamed of and more. This is NYX's Ultimate Glow Shots liquid brightening eyeshadow, and bitch, this shit go crazy. The shade is called Come Through Coconut. That is interesting, but okay. And just look how beautifully iridescent that is. I feel like it's a good eyeshadow topper for my inner corner. Overall, such a beautiful eyeshadow topper, really fucking with the glitter lately, if you couldn't tell. This one's a little embarrassing, but not really. Y'all know that I use like 3 brushes in my collection, so I was like, ooh, it's probably time to like purchase a couple of more. You see all the beauty gurus online that have like tubs and tubs of brushes and they wash them weekly, and I'm like, girl, what's it like to not have depression? Can't relate. This is Morphe's Eye Obsessed eyeshadow brush pack. This is specifically for the eyes. Comes with 12 brushes and in a little bag. You can tell we have a nice arrangement. We have some fluffy brush, we have blending brush, we have packing brushes, we have liner brushes. Ultimately, just a good, well-rounded brush set. And maybe, just maybe, she'll start washing them instead of just purchasing new ones periodically. Who knows? Who knows? Once again, late to the party, but I've swatched this so many times in the store and I'm like, should I buy it? Should I not? And I finally caved and got the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb Highlighter. This is in the iconic shade How Many Carats? And as always, Fenty packaging is absolutely stunning. Y'all see this? It's so gorgeous. It's so iridescent. It's so gorgeous. Oh, she's gorgeous. Got it, got it, got it. Again, I'm really into shimmers and glitters right now, so I could put this on my eyes. I can use it as a highlighter anywhere, on the face, all over. Who gives a fuck, right? So this is definitely something I'm excited to integrate into my daily routine. Before we dive into skincare, our last makeup product is a concealer. Now listen, I've used e.l.f. Camo 16-hour concealer forever. I think it's way better than Tarte Shape Tape, but my chronic eye condition makes my eyes extremely dry lately, and it cannot handle that kind of formulation. So I decided to opt out for the hydrating version. I am nervous, to say the least, because when it comes to hydrating products, a lot of the time they're more like light coverage versus matte, where it's like heavy duty. And I like my under eyes to be fucking white plaster. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like a boring pull. I mean, like, it's just fucking concealer and I can't try it right now, but I'll let you know what I think about it. Skincare, skincare, skincare. Speaking of my crusty ass fucking eyes, I decided to get an eye gel versus an eye cream. Creams feel heavy on my skin. I don't find them as hydrating as like water-based products, so I was really excited to try this one. This is Good Molecules Wake Up Eye Gel. I got this while I was checking out. I think it's one of the mini versions, or maybe not. I don't know. It really wasn't that expensive, so I was like, why not? It says it reduced signs of puffiness and plump the appearance of fine lines, which I have a lot. You can use this both AM and PM. Oh, it just fucking exploded. Ew, this color looks like snot. Oh, it feels really nice though. It's not like a heavy ass fucking cream. So I want to put this before makeup, I believe. Slay. It smells gross. Not like, oh my God, this is disgusting. I don't want this on my face. It just does not smell good. But it's also not like fragrant. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Excited regardless. And lastly, I have hormonal acne and I have a lot of whiteheads and clogged pores around my nose. So my pores are like a really big issue to me, and it's a huge insecurity, especially because your skin prep is essential to your makeup routine. So it's really frustrating when your skin fucking sucks, right? So I was recommended the Peach Slices Acne Exfoliating Toner. Salicylic acid acne treatment. I have super sensitive skin though, so I don't know if this is going to burn my skin off, but I heard it's really good and I'm excited to try it because at this point, I am desperate for anything to save my skin. It does say that it can be extremely drying, so to do it in increments, don't like start with twice a day, and that's something I will do. I have combo skin, so my nose is oily, but the rest of my face is extremely dry, so it's definitely something to consider while putting on. Increase to 2 or 3 times daily is needed. What the hell? That's a lot. Anyway, excited to try the exfoliating toner treatment. I do want to make like a skincare video once I have like a concrete list of products that I use. I was recently repairing my skin barrier, so I was using very sensitive products on my skin, but I want to go back into my skincare routine, and I'm hoping that this is something that I can integrate into it and like to use. So that is the end of the haul. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm super stoked to try all of these products and maybe do some fun little looks for TikToks and Reels, who knows? If you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow me on all social media, including TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, Discord. All of the links will be below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.